r/AskReddit, what's the worst thing your parents caught you doing as a kid? Peeing and pooping in odd places. I pooped in my little sister's toy washing machine and I pooped in the trunk of her toy Barbie Corvette. Also, kids, if you want to blame the dog for peeing on the carpet, you need to make sure it's like a solid puddle instead of loop-de-loops. Rookie mistake. Two memories come to mind. The first one was when I was 6 or so. I was a fairly curious child, and one day I took a giant poop. After I cleaned up, I decided to get a pair of gloves and dissect my poop to see what all was in it. My mom caught me and gave me hell about it all the way through adulthood. The second was when I had my first serious boyfriend over. I was 16 and my sister was 3 or 4. Being a little kid, she always wanted to come into my room. My curious little sister was the only reason I was allowed to close my bedroom door when he was over. My boyfriend and I decided to fool around and pushed my beanbag in front of the door to slow down any intruders. Well, I wind up on my knees with his dick in my mouth and lo and behold, here comes my mom opening the door. She couldn't get the door opened all the way, but she saw enough. The next morning, when she was driving me to school, she said very awkwardly, "Honey, please don't put your beanbag in front of the door anymore." I thought that last line was going to be, "Honey, please don't put your boyfriend's dick in your mouth anymore." When I was 4, my parents were trying to potty train me, and they made me go around the house naked from the waist down, so I had to use the toilet. I shit on the floor, hid it under the couch, when my parents walked in, and blamed it on the cats. We didn't even have cats. Not me, but my best friend growing up. We found some porno mags in a field behind his house that he took home. When he would take a shower, he would cut out images of the girls, stick them to the inside of the shower, and do the deed, then flush the pic. Eventually he had a porno mag consisting of all men, with the women all cut out. Needless to say, his dad found them and thought he was gay for a few years before talking with him about it. One time my mother walked in on my girlfriend and I having sex to tell me that my father cut his finger off and that they were going to hospital. There was a lot to unpack in that moment. Not the worst, but the most frustrating. I was at that age when I really wanted to color on the walls, but knew better. I knew I would get in trouble if I wrote my name, so I wrote my sister's. LPT. When trying to frame someone, make sure they are capable to do that which you are framing them for. Turns out my parents didn't believe my 2-year-old sister could write her name yet. I'm female. When I was 4, my mom caught me trying to sit backwards on the toilet. When I was 37, she walked in my room and found me passed out mid-masturbation with porn playing. She turned off the porn. Thanks, mom. Less of a kid, more of a teen. But my dad walked in my room right after me, and my GF got done doing the deed. I was standing, facing the door, cleaning myself up. His only word was wiener, while covering his eyes and shutting the door. So I was around 14. I had just discovered porn on the internet, and was home alone. Thing is, the only computer we had in the house was in the living room, and the living room was right in your face, as soon as you would enter the house from the main entrance. So I was doing my stuff when I heard the key plays in the lock outside the door. I did not have time to put my pants all the way back up. My whole family entered the room to see me stare at nothing else than the window home screen. In complete panic I stood up and my pants almost fell off. I grabbed them right in time for my mom to ask me, "WTF are you doing?" In panic I just brushed it off and said, "These pants are way too big, I think I need new belts." A few days later I was shopping with my mom for new belts. I kept telling myself they bought my story, but now that I'm older, I just know they knew and it haunts me to this day. I used to pee in anything but the toilet. My mom caught me trying to pee into sinks, closets, trash cans, toys, air conditioning vents, a ficus, and my personal favorite, off a second-story indoor balcony. I was also caught searching butthole and arsehole on the family computer when I was 6. But joke's on you, mom, I searched all the bad words. Those are just the ones you found. Our playroom was upstairs, and my sister and I were playing house. I had to go to the bathroom and didn't want to go downstairs, so I pooped and peed in our play dustbin. Then I dumped it out of my brother's bedroom window, which was right above the downstairs bathroom. My mother was in the bathroom cleaning and saw the pee and shit storm drop. She told dad. I was about 6. When I was 4 I wrapped my 2-year-old brother's penis in masking tape because he said it was broken. He started crying as the head turned purple. I ran downstairs, grabbed a screwdriver and our mom walked in just seconds before I was about to make my brother part of a boys choir forever. Pooping in the shower and throwing it in the toilet. I remember I then saw a 9gag post about it and was immediately paranoid that my story was somehow leaked from my family and made into a comic post. One time my dad was being an ass, yelling at my at the time 4-year-old sister for absolutely no reason, so I pissed in his beer. That was a fun talk. He totally deserved it though.